Hi there. Did you guys know that I really, really suck at titling my episodes? I do. I'm sure you know that. The reason this happens is because when I go to upload either to the podcast or to YouTube, as soon as it comes time for me to type in title, I draw a blank. And I think I end up typing up the first thing that comes to mind. Sometimes I wonder how accurate the titles describe my videos, and sometimes I think they're not very accurate at all. I was thinking recently that I may do this subconsciously to get you guys to listen to my talks longer in the hopes that you'll figure out why exactly I titled it that way. Now, that being said, this is important that you listen to all the way through, okay? I'll try to keep it as short as possible, but there's a reason why I'm having this talk today, because I just thought of this today. On my channel, I share my opinions, okay? Now, some of you like them, some of you don't. Some of you take them with a grain of salt, some of you don't. And that's fine, because these are my opinions. Now, I may sound like I'm speaking in absolutes because I have a lot of conviction in what I'm saying, but again, it's not absolute, because I might not always know what I'm talking about. There's only two things in this world, though, that I'm 100% absolute about. Because you see, I'm very open-minded. I'm open to debating. I'm open to talking with people, sharing ideas, and learning things, okay? But I absolutely 100% know that I do not know where I came from and where I'm going. And I absolutely 100% know that you do not know that either. So if you'd like to comment in the comment section what you think happens, feel free. But if you want to get into a debate with me about it, I don't know. And you're not going to change my mind, because I like to be open to a lot of different things. Now, why am I sharing this with you? Because of the thought I had today. Again, I do not absolutely know where I came from or where I'm going. But let's talk about the where I came from possibility, okay? Because I do tend to lean a little bit heavier this direction than any other way. And I have for very many, many years. Where did we come from? Or another way to ask it would be, who created us? I think it may have been, though I don't know, but I'm not going to say I don't know multiple times from now on out. It may have been these guys. These are the Anunnaki, okay? Now, I'm not going to get into the whole origin stories of these guys right now, because I do want you guys to hang on with me here for a minute. I may have lost some of you at this point, but I'm going to prove a point possibly here. Maybe not prove one, but it's a good point, okay? The Anunnaki, according to ancient Sumerian cuneiform tablets, you know where the cradle of civilization is? We were created by these guys, or these guys took a very important, or played a very important role in the things, okay, in our creation. It just depends on whose text that you're reading, okay, whose translation, I could say. Now, let's just say, though, that the Anunnaki created us, more specifically this guy right here, okay, this god Enki, all right? And why did they do that? There are multiple theories as to why they did that, but the most common one is they did that because we were created to be slaves for them, because they needed gold. Now, the most popular theory is they needed gold for the atmosphere of their home planet. Okay? Nibiru, Planet X, there's multiple names for it. That's beside the point. The point is, these guys needed gold, and they didn't want us, or I'm sorry, they didn't want to have to do it. Now, you could say that the Igigi also played a part in it. We don't know, okay? We don't know. We're just going to stick with these guys right here. So these guys wanted us to get the gold to save their planet. When they created us to do that, once we came to and began walking around and kind of understanding what was going on, they didn't ask us to do this. They enslaved us to do this. Okay? We were not asked. We were enslaved. And a lot of people, including myself, made think that these guys are still enslaving us. Now, all of that aside, if you don't believe any of that, you still can use it to your advantage. Okay? Whether you believe it or not, you can still use this to your advantage. And that is that we humans are a slave race. Every single human on the planet descended from slaves. Now, I'm sure some of you could say, well, different aliens may have created different people and this and that. That's beside the point. It doesn't matter. We're sticking with this one right here, okay? This theory right here. The Anunnaki created a slave race of humans to get the gold and the ore to save their planet. Again, that means every single human being alive today is the descendant of a slave. And from here on out, that's what I'm going to use for my argument for this. Yes, for this, because I have come to the conclusion that if anybody gets it in their head that that is what they want, not the no part, the big red word underneath it, there's no reasoning with them. They don't give a fuck. And none of the arguments are working anymore. So again, believe it or not, take it or leave it. It is what it is. This is now my argument for no reparations. You guys have a good one.